Hello tiny humans, and welcome back to Art at Home with Miss Wilkin. Today we're going to be doing our art projects outside because it is a beautiful day, and I wanted to get a little bit of fresh air while I make my art. So what we're going to do today is we're going to be making our own DIY, right, do-it-yourself coloring page bookmarks. So we're going to be drawing some pictures on some bookmarks that we're going to make, and then you can color them in, or you can give them to a friend to color in. You can give them as a gift to somebody, or you can send them in the mail to somebody that you haven't been able to see since we've been home. So I have my favorite book that I've been reading with me as inspiration for making my bookmarks. However, we are going to stick to what is called a theme for our bookmarks, which means all of them are going to have something in common. And since you guys have been working with Mrs. Ayala on your seasons, I thought, what's a better way to show that we know our seasons than to draw some pictures and make some bookmarks? So what you're gonna need is a piece of paper. It can be any piece of paper, a pencil if you would like, scissors for later, and then something to draw and color with. So crayons, colored pencils, whatever you have at your house. I also have my Dragons Love Tacos book that I've been using so that when I'm done with my bookmark, I can stick it right on in. All right, so to start, you wanna lay out your paper in front of you. This is just one big piece of paper, right? But we need 4 rectangles. Now, we could go and measure them with a ruler, but the easiest way to do this is actually to fold your paper. So we're gonna fold our paper, we're gonna take the short side and match it up with the other short side like we're making a birthday card. Take your time, but it does not have to be perfect. So we're gonna push down really hard, get those lines good. Awesome. And then, I'm not going to unfold it. I'm actually going to fold it again. So, I'm going to take my short side, match it up to my short side. It's going to be a little harder to fold this time, so you may need to ask for help, but just try your best. Push down really hard. You want to make a really, really nice line so that we can see where the edges of our bookmarks are going to be. So, then I'm going to unfold it like this, and you can see now I have 4 rectangles. So what I like to do is actually fold all of my lines over again so that they're nice and dark and I can see my edges. This. Because when I'm going to be doing my coloring, I'm going to draw everything first and then cut it out after. So I've got my 4 bookmark sections. Now, we have 4 seasons in our year, right? So we've got the first season of the year, starts out pretty chilly, and that is winter. Good. Then, after winter, it starts to warm up. We see all those beautiful butterflies and flowers coming out, and that is spring. Then, we've got everybody's favorite summertime, where we get to go swimming, go to the beach, hang out at home. Then, finally, last but not least, Miss Wilkin's favorite season, fall, where it's just a little bit chilly but not quite cold enough to rain. So, for each of our sections, we're going to be drawing some pictures that remind us of a different season. I'm going to draw with my marker. You can start with pencil and draw over top of your lines when you're done if you want to, or you can just go ahead and start with your marker, your crayon, or your colored pencil. We are going to start by drawing outlines for all of our pictures instead of drawing and coloring in at the same time, because remember, you might want to trade these with someone, have them color them in, or you might want to draw everything and then color them in yourself later. So we are going to start in this first box with our first season, which is winter. And winter's chilly, right? So what do we usually see in winter? We see a lot of mittens, we see a lot of snowmen if it's snowing, and anything else that really keeps us warm. So I'm going to think about what keeps me warm during the winter. So I'm going to start with some mittens. What else do we wear to keep ourselves warm? Well, if we think back to drawing our bears, we wear scarves around our neck, right? To keep us all nice and cozy. And we've got a scarf, we've got our mittens. It's very cold out during winter, and we see a lot of something else, and that is snow, right? Now, you can't really color in a snowflake because they're white, but we can use our black marker to draw some snowflakes all the way around, and that way, when you're coloring in your background, it'll look like they're floating through. So, the easiest way to draw a snowflake is actually to start anywhere on your paper. I'm going to start with the letter X, and then I'm going to draw the letter T over top of it, like that. And that gives me a sort of star snowflake shape. So I'm going to go all the way through and add some little snowflakes. If you want to wait and do this when you're coloring so that they can be blue or white or purple or pink, whatever color you want to make your snowflakes, that's fine too. I'm going to do them like this so that I can color over my background. So it's good for winter. We've got a lot of stuff in there. I can always go back and add some more little pictures in between if I want to. So we're going from winter. The next season is spring. And that's kind of what we're going into right now. So that's a really good way to think about what we could draw. Look around you. Think about what you've seen outside since you've been home. I think about flowers. So in the spring, right, the sun starts to come out a little bit more and it starts to rain a little bit more. And that gives the earth what it needs to grow these big flowers. So I'm going to draw a couple flowers. And remember, we start with a circle. And then we can have sort of U-shaped petals all the way around. Now, you notice that I am not drawing into my next section because this is going to be for my next season. If this is hard for you to do, for you to stop your line, what you can do is go ahead and cut them out so that you don't have them together, right? I don't want to go over that line because this is going to be for summer and I don't want flowers in my summertime picture. So I've got my flower. I might draw another flower somewhere else, but I also see a lot of butterflies at my house during the springtime. So I've got a flower, I've got a butterfly. What else do we see a lot during the spring? Well, the flowers need rain and sunlight to grow. So I'm going to draw a rain cloud with a sunshine behind it. During spring. Good job. All right, so now we're going to move on to summertime. So hot and toasty. A lot of people go to the beach during summer. I go most of the time during the beach to the summer, but if you don't, think about other things that you do at your house. Do you go outside? Do you go to the pool? Do you build things in your yard? Think about things that you see during the summer. I'm going to draw some stuff from the beach. Alright, so finally, we have fall, Miss Wilkins' favorite. What do we usually see during the fall? Well, we've got a lot of holidays. It's not cold enough to snow yet, and we go back to school. So what I'm going to start with is a pumpkin, like going to that pumpkin patch this year. I'm going to start. We also see a lot of these during fall too. The leaves fall off the trees. So I'm going to draw a couple of leaves. And they don't have to be crazy leaves. And then we go back to school in the fall. And something that makes me think of going back to school and the fall all at the same time is apples, right? You give your teacher an apple when you go back. You're done drawing all of your things. You're going to put the cap on our marker and put that away. And then we're going to go ahead and cut them out. So once I've cut them out, now I can use this as a bookmark already, right? Or I can color it in. I can give it to a friend or a family member to color in. I can send it to somebody that I haven't gotten to see in a while and write a nice message on the back. And remember, you can use the back side too to draw other things. Now, when you guys are doing this project, I hope that you can think of other things that you do during the seasons or that you see during the seasons and add that in. And I would love to see what you make, so send me lots of pictures. I will show you guys a picture of when this is all done and colored in. But I hope you guys are having a great and safe break, and I can't wait to see you again. Bye, tiny humans.